we have all working in DG of combating desertification and erosion, and our side event focus on land degradation neutrality and climate neutrality. We will try to explain conjunction between land degradation neutrality and climate neutrality. First presentation is I would like to introduce myself. I am Division Director of Bilateral and Regional Relationship in DG of Combating Desertification. We are here today, COP26, because of Climate Convention. But you know, actually there are 3 conventions we called Rio Sisters. It is very hard to consider 3 conventions is separately from each other. Activities under the Desertification Convention, UNCCD, it also serves another convention activities, Climate Convention. What kind of activities? Land degradation prevention and land degradation restoration. Therefore, we cannot think separately, independently of each other. Climate Convention parties comes together every year. On the other hand, Combat Desertification Convention comes together in every 2 years. I will talk about COP12 because one of the important COP12 was hosted Republic of Turkey 2015 year, approximately 6 years ago. It was important COP because some important decisions were made at COP12. I will give extra information. Before the COP12, just 1 month ago, United States has adopted Sustainable Development Goals. You know, there are 17 SDGs, and under the SDGs, there are approximately 200 targets. One of them is land degradation neutral world by 2015. This decision has made 2015, COP12 has made 2015, also this year very important, and also Paris Agreement was signed 2015 years. Why is important COP12? There is a 3 decision, I highlight this decision. One of them is land degradation neutrality definition has adopted. It is a very important decision. Long time all of parties discussed the definition. After that, it is be decision. And after this definition, the COP invited country parties to formulate targets to achieve land degradation neutrality. Of course, as a voluntary and according to with their country specific circumstances. UNCCD convention was adopted like decision. On the other hand, Convention of Climate was accepted another decision because Paris Agreement says that the countries they make a national adaptation plan. and both of them is same way, same aim to serve. Another decision I will talk about, Turkey is launched the Ankara initiative at COP12, and especially to support LDN target setting to achieve countries, and also Ankara initiative to support strained implementation of convention and COP decisions, and also achieve the SDGs, especially 15.3. What is the Ankara initiative? Turkey has launched, as I said before, the Ankara initiative with the decision 29. After the COP12, we signed the agreement between the Republic of Turkey and UNCCD Secretariat, and Turkey has been contributed $5 million to Secretariat. The period is 4 years. The initiative is ongoing because of pandemic. During the pandemic, some activities doesn't completed. Therefore, the duration was extended. And also, Turkey will second two staff to secretary. One of them is secretariat. Another one is global mechanism. Global mechanism is an office under the UNCCD Secretariat, and to support to implementation convention. I will give you a few important activities carried out under the initiative, these initiatives. As I said before, 3 years ago, countries were asked to formulate land degradation target setting program, national. As of today, approximately 100 countries has already set their targets to achieve the LDN, and Ankara initiative gives very important this program. LDN TSP is a program that includes setting national baseline targets and associated measures to achieve the LDN. Turkey, one of the country to set LDN TSP plan. And also Turkey was organized LDN TSP program, especially our target countries, African, Central and Eastern Europe, and Central Asia. Countries were supported on how to prepare to LDN plan, to support national consultants, and some workshops, lots of workshops organized national level or regional level, and they need to data, how they collect data. Some countries don't have any data, and there are prepared some brochures. Last week, when I walked the country pavilion, I saw the logo, the Ankara initiative, Sierra Leone pavilion, and Sierra Leone in this one of the countries take the support. Another activities is Triple S. It was launched for Africa, 3S initiative, sustainability, stability, and security. COP22 convention, climate convention, The aim of the initiative to create 2 million, almost 2 million green jobs, and for this 10 million hectare rehabilitation land. Ankara initiative has been the most driving force for Triple S to reach this point. Another two activities is under the Ankara initiative. One of them is gender equality, another land right. Both of these is very important. Both desertification convention and other side climate convention. Yesterday we have a meeting, gender equality. This is very important. Under the gender action plan was adopted COP12 and capacity building training was held. Special gender training model, gender matters for land degradation neutrality was developed. If we achieve the LDN targets, we should take into account land right because it is very important, especially indigenous people like Africa. There are under these land rights two guidelines has prepared. One of them is about the restoration of degraded land and prevent land grabbing and improve tenure security. Another guideline is voluntary on the responsible governance of tenure of land. Another activity is the world to combat desertification. Combating desertification was signed 17 June. Therefore, this day every year celebrate in every country to promote public awareness. 2019 was 25th anniversary on the convention. Therefore, it was celebrated in Ankara, hosted by our government, with the participant of the public, private, NGO, universities, and many events was organized. Exhibitions, media, workshop, international soil congress, and competition was organized. The Ankara initiative supports capacity building activities of country of parties. Turkey organized every year international training on combating desertification, land degradation, erosion, and drought every year. The content of the training are sharing of experience and visit the field area. As of today, approximately 100 experts intend the training program, and especially, as I said before, we aim the countries combating desertification area, Africa countries and Central Asia countries. It is not just the Ankara initiative, our collaboration or cooperation. We also have bilateral and regional cooperation with these countries. For example, we have an agreement with the Great Green Wall, Pan-Africa agency. This is my last slide, my presentation. One of the UNCCD's main aims is to help countries overcome the barriers to the adoption and scaling up of the SLM, Sustainable Land Management policies, and practice to reduce poverty, increase food, water, energy security for all. Global Land Outlook, it is very important published. The first edition was published 2019 from the Secretariat, support the Ankara initiative, and this is, I like the encyclopedia about land. I read this first edition. It is very good encyclopedia, I think. Another this year, you know, UNCCD Secretariat has a 5 regional office, coordination office. Each year, UNCCD was published 5 different global land outlook. One of them is regional unit is Istanbul. Turkey was hosted the RCU, regional coordination unit. Thank you very much for listening my presentation. Let me Suna Morkoç will present.
Thank you.
Transformative LDM project. Floor is yours, Suna.
Thank you so much, Ms. Aydinoğlu. Let me, sorry, give me a couple seconds. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming today and joining us. My name is Suna Morkoç. I work as forest engineer in the General Directorate of Combating Desertification and Erosion at the Ministry of Environment, Urbanization and Climate Change. And today I'm going to be talking about desertification and land degradation. I'm gonna briefly mention interlinkages between land degradation and climate change, and also I'm going to talk about decision support system, which is built under the land degradation neutrality project. So when you think about desertification and land degradation, you cannot consider them like different than each other. Desertification is a form of land degradation by which fertile land becomes desert. It in turn affects climate change as well, due to the effects of land degradation, reducing surface moisture. As Ms. Aydinoğlu mentioned, United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification encompasses desertification, land degradation, drought-related issues. The convention was signed in 1994, and Turkey became a party in 1998. Since then, we have been facilitating coordination, information sharing, and joint planning at national level as a national focal point. In September 2015, 17 global goals for sustainable development were adopted by world leaders meeting in the United Nations in New York. Right after this, Turkey organized the 12th Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention to Combat Desertification. In this conference, UNCCD defined land degradation neutrality as a state whereby the amount and quality of land resources necessary to support ecosystem functions and services and enhance food security remain stable or increase within specified temporal and spatial scales and ecosystems. Also, United Nations General Assembly, when they agree on sustainable development goals in 12th Convention of the parties in combating desertification, SDG 15.3 actually was set as a target on land degradation neutrality. As you see, like in the screen, what that means is, like when you look at the SDGs, like the 15.3 actually tell us to combat desertification, restore degraded land and soil, and strive to achieve a land degradation neutral world. When we achieve this Sustainable Development Goal 15.3, not only we are going to combat desertification, we are going to also be ensuring food security, securing social instability, conflicts and migration, reducing poverty, combating climate change. In a nutshell, land degradation neutrality aims to improve the sustainable delivery of ecosystem services and improve productivity to enhance food security, increase resilience of the land and populations dependent in, and seek synergies with other social, economic, and environmental objectives, and also reinforce responsible and inclusive governance of the land. Oh, sorry. When we look at the relationship between land degradation and climate change, land degradation is both a cause and consequence of climate change. And they form feedback loops where intensive production increases emissions while the loss of soil and vegetation significantly reduces carbon sequestration. The result is more carbon. What that means is there is the more carbon in the atmosphere feeding an energetic cycle of land degradation, biodiversity loss, and climate change. And LDN provides also like significant benefits in terms of like adaptation to climate change. Reducing or reversing land degradation can transform a land from being a source of greenhouse gas emissions to a sink by increasing carbon stocks in soils and vegetation. Furthermore, LDN plays a key role in strengthening the resilience of rural communities against climate shocks by securing and improving the provision of vital ecosystem services. The country parties, as I mentioned before, agreed to integrate the SDGs and Target 15.3 on land degradation neutrality in particular into implementation of the convention. And Turkey has initiated the Ankara initiative to help other countries achieve their sustainable development goals and also like land degradation neutrality. As you see on the screen, Turkey set its national voluntary like LDN targets, which is to increase the forest area and to improve productivity in forest land and pasture land and also like agricultural land by 2030. So far we talk about land degradation, but how are we gonna like monitor land degradation? LDN has 3 indicators, which are land cover, land productivity, and carbon stocks. When negative like land cover, when we see like negative land cover change or net primary productivity shows a significant negative trend, or soil organic carbon shows a significant negative trend, we can talk about land degradation. Not necessarily all of them like has to occur in the same time. If we see like one of them occurring, we can say there is land degradation in the specific area. So for land degradation neutrality project, for the achieve our LDN targets, we built some monitoring systems and also the maps in Turkey, such as watershed monitoring system, watershed monitoring and evaluation system, dynamic erosion monitoring system, Turkey desertification model, soil organic carbon model, collect earth for land productivity, national land use cover, and land use and land cover model. So for Turkey desertification model and vulnerability map, we use 7 criteria, which are climate, water, soil, land cover and land use, topography and geomorphology, socioeconomy and management. And under this, like the main criteria, we use like 48 indicators and 37 sub-indicators. When you see on the screen as well, the certification model was mostly affected by climate criteria. It's about like approximately like 36%, which means any changes in climate will strongly affect the certification model and the certification map in Turkey. And that's why we aim to update our climate data in every 5 years. Considering the projection of that, land degradation and climate change will reduce crop yields up to 10% in globally and 50% in certain regions, integration of climate data into models and our like decision support system play a really important role of achieving our LDN targets. And after this study conducted in Turkey, verification and calibration studies in 6 basins in Turkey revealed that the certification model and vulnerability map of Turkey resulted in 84% consistency with 90% confidence intervals in at microbasin scales. We also built our soil organic carbon model and soil organic carbon map to estimate the soil organic carbon amount in Turkey, to develop a system to monitor the change in carbon amount, and also to conduct activities to protect and increase the current stock in soil. As you see, we have different models and maps in Turkey. What the next step for us was to how do we integrate those models and maps into a system so that we can use all of them to make an efficient decision. So we built a decision support system which is actually developed to prevent land degradation and ensure that the country achieves the LDN targets. The DSS approach was about identifying, testing, and calibrating the metrics for LDN indicators. It's built as a software, like we built DSS but via using a Google Earth engine. And we aim to identify land cover classes and land degradation levels in demonstration area. So in DSS, you can first we developed DSS in a Upper Sakarya Basin, and then we extended it to whole Turkey. So right now you are able to get results for Upper Sakarya Basin, like project pilot areas, like provinces or districts or sub-basins. You can get a result like in such areas. So this is the this is our like this decision support system. So as you see on the left, on the left you see like LDN indicators. If it's possible, I want to show you how it works like really quick. I think Murat, I'm sorry. Yeah, can we do this really quick? Sorry about that. Okay, in the screen you see the decision support system in Turkey. So on the left side you can choose what type of area you wanna work on. For example, like you can choose like any provinces here, or like you can choose like basin, sub-basin, project areas. Like you can work on like such areas. Let's start. I mean, I want to show you how it works, like all for entire Turkey. When you click. Sorry, I wanna mention like on the right part as well. You can see on the right, like the information card. You can see right now, like for entire Turkey, like the what's the area, like how much soil organic carbon we have in Turkey, like what's the percentage of protected area, like the also like how is the certification vulnerability. You can see like those information like for entire Turkey and also like the specific area like districts or provinces. So when you go to hotspot analysis, when you click this, you see like the LDN indicators are here. Let's say we wanna see in the cropland, we want to see the decreasing land productivity dynamics in the cropland, and also we want to see the areas which has 40 tons carbon per hectare. When you describe this to the system, as I did just now, when you calculate it, system shows you the area of like, you know, those indicators, like that 636,000 hectare area is actually like the cropland area, which we see land productivity dynamic is decreasing. And also in this area, like the soil organic carbon is 40 tons per hectare. So system gives us this. And also you can go land cover transition analysis. When you click gains and losses, you see as a table here and also graphs here, in 28 years, like how much, let's say how much tree cover, how much area from tree cover transition to grassland or cropland or wetland, artificial land. You can see like from left to right, it shows us how much, it shows us like how many hectares the area transition to tree covered to grassland or grassland to, let's see, cropland. The system gives us that too. And also you can see that differences as a graph here. So red means like we have losses here, and green bars shows we have actually like gains here, like the land cover wise. If you are interested, I can give you more information like after the presentation. If you excuse me, I want to continue my presentation. So this is our the information like page. You can get those information from our DSS, which means like which actually gives comprehensive information to decision makers so that they can see all the information for a specific area. And we aim this DSS will help decision makers to make decision efficiently and also help like the local people. And decision support system is gonna play a really important role on like our land degradation neutrality related reporting, because we are gonna be using these tables and also graphs to see the changes like during specific years, between specific years. You can get the results as tables or graphs, as I mentioned before. And also, in line with the strategic framework of UNCCD prize reporting, national reporting now involves like two main types of information: data on the progress towards the 5 strategic objectives related to the condition of ecosystems and populations, draw global environmental benefits, and the mobilization of financial and non-financial resources to support the implementation of the convention and an implementation framework. Decision support system, as I said before, really plays a really important role on informed decision makers about the current LDN status, support decision makers to analyze the advantages and synergies between different land uses practices, prioritize the intervention areas for avoiding land degradation by taking measures, as well as reversing the degraded land through rehabilitation, and also contribute target setting on LDN. In my last slide, I would like to mention that considering those like monitoring systems like that we build in Turkey and the maps, we wanted to integrate them together into one system, which we built like decision support system under LDN project. And now it's time to share what we have done so far, land degradation neutrality wise, to entire world. So we built a website, we call it like LDN platform. So you can see what we have done so far, what projects are going on right now in Turkey, what are the documentations, you can see publications there, and it's still like in progress right now. And so hopefully it's gonna be available for everyone, so we can share what we have done so far in Turkey. So thank you so much. That's it. So we can take the questions, like if you have. Okay, sorry.
Gerçi buraya gelmeme I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Suna, for your presentation. Then Ahmet will talk about friendly climate project about sustainable land management. Turn is yours, Ahmet.
Hello everyone. Good morning, dear participants. On behalf of the Republic of Turkey, Ministry of Environment, Urbanization and Climate Change, I would like to welcome you here. I am Ahmet Şendalı. I have been working as a division director in this ministry. Today I am going to make a presentation about sustainable land management and climate-friendly agriculture project within the scope of COP26. And I would like to state that my presentation will take about 15 minutes. Let's start. First of all, I would like to start with the project objectives. The project objectives is to improve sustainable management of agriculture, pasture lands and forests in Konya Closed Basin by addressing issues related to sustainable land management, biodiversity conservation and climate change. Now let's talk about the history of the project. This project was started in 2015. It's aimed to be completed by the end of 2022. However, the project effects will continue due to the sustainability of the project. As I show in the presentation, project has been implemented in Konya Closed Basin. The area of this basin is about 5 million hectares. So that means this, the project area covers about 7% of Turkey. The project is implemented under 3 components. These are rehabilitation of degraded forest and rangeland, climate smart agriculture, and enhancing enabling environment for sustainable land management. And also the conservation and sustainable management of national resources, improving the living condition of the local people, development of innovative climate-friendly agriculture, biodiversity conservation are the main field of the activity of the project. So let's move on the project climate change mitigation targets. Of course, the most important objectives, the project is to tackle climate change. In this context, the project has climate change mitigation targets. As you see on this on the screen, about 90,000 tons of the CO2 equivalent emission will be mitigated through degraded forest and rangeland, agriculture land and pasture land rehabilitation. In addition, we see that the project also has a methane reduction target. Now I will talk about the project activities carried out so far. Along with the project, 36,000 hectares of degraded forest area and 23,000 hectares of the pasture land were rehabilitated, and also conservation agriculture practice were carried out in the 58,000 hectares of the agriculture land. I would like to continue with the model forest management plan and the biodiversity management plan prepared with the scope of the project. Areally integrated forest management plan is a model land management plan, including sub-plans such as biodiversity identification and management activities plan, model forestry, pasture land management, beekeeping plan, non-wood forest products, income generation and prosperity enhancing activities plan. And also, I would like to state that a total of 19 sensitive areas were determined in the biodiversity management plan. The use of solar energy systems was encouraged to reduce the use of fossil fuels. Of course, the project supports the dissemination of the systems. In addition to these activities I mentioned, I would like to mention incentives provided by the project to the local people, like heat efficient tents and stoves, solar panels for heating water, and also water works. And also walnut and almond saplings were planted, beehives and equipment support were provided as well. For farm type, biogas systems were established in relation to the methane reduction target. These systems will provide an estimated 10,000 tons of CO2 equivalent reduction. 39 irrigation demonstrations were established in crop field for efficient water utilization. Programmed irrigation implemented in irrigation demonstration, which result 25.8% water saving, 26.6% energy saving, and 25.8% increase in the crop yield. And finally, 24 farmer field schools are established. The definition and the quantification and ecosystem service has been completed. Concept proposal and the rehabilitation strategy for dryland forestry has been completed, and best practice guideline has been completed. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Ahmet. And we have, I think, 10 minutes, another side event. Do you have a comment or questions? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.